Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl Princess Janet, and today we are going to be talking about credit score and everything you need to know about credit score in abroad. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So we're going to be starting with what is credit score?
Hi guys. Briefly, credit score is just a three-digit number that every uh, person that wants to, just in a layman's language, a three-digit number that anybody wants to give you, maybe a loan or a mortgage to see if you can pay back. The three-digit number suggests how good you are about managing your finance or managing your debt. So that's basically about what credit score is all about.
Yeah, and there are different bureau that are in charge of credit score. We have the TransUnion, we have the Equifax, for example, and they have different ranges. But for an average, the ranges for the credit score include 300 to 579 means poor. You have poor credit, you know, credit score, and that means you will not, you're not good at managing your finance. Then 580 to 669 is fair. Then 670 to 739 is good. And 740 to 799 is very good. While 800 to 850 or 900 is excellent. And when you just arrive abroad for the first time, your credit score will start from the low, from the poor, and you will start building it
Coming up.
up as time goes on. So time is also a factor in you having a good credit score. So how important is having a good credit score? How important is it? It is very important. And that is because in abroad, um,
abroad specifically Canada, UK,
okay,
US, wherever
in
wherever
developed
developed countries,
country,
like
let me use
they
developed
use
country,
credit system. Yeah.
most of them use credit system. So you buy a lot of things on credit. For example, you want to buy a house, you buy it on mortgage, which is on credit. That is, a bank will loan the real estate, whatever, the money for the house, and then you pay back in installments. You want to buy a car, you can buy it on credit. If you want to buy a phone, you can buy it on credit, iPhone 14. You want to buy a diamond ring, you can buy it on credit. There are a lot of things you can buy on credit, even
Yeah.
clothes.
I'm buying on
Clothes you
credit.
can
Yeah.
buy on credit. Absolutely
Yeah.
everything credit. A lot of things credit. So, but the main things that you need credit score is for, getting a house or mortgage. It's a lot of money. 200,000, 400,000, 600,000, based on
Even
which one you
close to a
want.
million based
If
on
you
what you can afford,
Unless
basically.
you're a millionaire, a billionaire, not everybody can afford to pay cash for that house. So you need to have a good credit score to be able to get a mortgage for that. And also, the difference between Nigeria or countries that don't use a credit system and here is because, for example, in Nigeria, you want to buy anything, it's either
You
you
don't want
have
your
the money to
cash. Yeah.
buy it or you
Or you
don't.
don't.
You want to buy a car, you have to pay your cash to buy it. You want to build a house, you build it small, small, get loan or save up money and build it by yourself. The government and the system does not really encourage credit, but it's not so in abroad. So that is why credit score is very important.
Well, next thing I'm going to talk about is how do you improve your credit score. Like she said, credit score, number one thing is give it time. It's not something that you look at it one day and you think the next day is going to rise to the point that you want. But time is number one factor. Give it time. If you're just coming to a place that is using credit system, you need to give it time. Give it time to grow as long as you're doing the right thing. So another thing you need to consider is you need to make sure you pay all your bills on time. Let's say you have a phone credit, you have a phone, you're using a phone, you probably bought it on credit, or the first thing you're gonna be paying, because first thing you're gonna pay maybe light bills, your phone bills and everything. And once you miss out on those payments, they report it to the two major credit bureau, which is Equifax and TransUnion. So you want to make sure you are paying back all your your bills, your utility bills, because if you miss out, it's going to affect your credit score. So that is number two thing that you need to make sure you don't miss out on. Then if you want, because when you also come in, you're also going to be getting a lot of offers. They're going to be offering you credit cards. Credit cards is one of the way you can build your credit score. So they're going to be offering you a lot of credit cards, your bank that you build your bank with. If you go to any store, like say Walmart, Superstore, they're going to offer you a lot of cards and say, okay, get this, get that. So one advice I would tell you is do not get those. You can get those credit cards, but don't get it too close. First thing, whoever bank, whichever bank you bank with, they are going to financial institution you bank with, they're going to give you most important is a guaranteed. They're going to give you a credit card. So that's the number one credit card you should have. So if you're going to have another credit card, give it some time, give it some months, because if you get it back to back, let's say in the next 1 month you get a credit card, the next following month you get another credit card, they're going to be affecting your credit score. So you need to get, like I said, time is everything. You need to give it some space. The next time you're going to get maybe a credit, it might not be a credit card. Maybe you want to buy anything on credit, give it some time so that your credit score, because all these things is going to be that what we call hard check, that what we call soft check. Whenever you are getting, say, credit card, or you want to get a loan or anything, a mortgage or anything, want to buy anything on credit, what they are going to do, they're going to do a credit check on you. They want to check that three score system. They want to see what level you are. They want to see how good you are with your finances, how good you are with paying your bills. So once they check it and they see that all, like I said, everything is on actual. Once they check it and they see you are good to go, they're going to give you the credit card. So the more it your account gets, which is the hard check, the more it affects your credit score. So, and credit, should I not, should one thing somebody might ask, are you saying I should not get credit card? No, get credit card. Credit card is good, but give it time. And like I said, another thing you need to do is anytime you are, like I said, your bills, because there are also revolving bills that is going to be coming in, make sure you pay those bills. Make sure you pay those bills. Get a good credit card. Make sure and when you get those credit card, and the credit card is not like they're going to give you money. It's not like a debit card that you have to own your own money. You have to put your own money into the card. Every credit card you get, they have a credit limit. Some will give you a 5,000, some will give you a 2,000, some will give you a 3,000. So whenever you buy anything from your credit card, it's your responsibility to pay back those money. And one thing I also advise people is that whenever you buy anything on your credit card, let it be things that you can pay back. Do not use your credit card and you don't have the money to pay it back. Like I said, every one, I think I should go deeper a little bit in credit card so that you can understand how it works. For example, if when you get a credit card, let's say for example, you have a 2,000 limit, either $2,000 or £2,000, whatever the case might be now. Let's say you buy something of $100 or £100. At the end of, they have a 21 days period where they give it to you, where you need to pay back that money. And it's always good to make sure that you pay back those money before the end of that 21 day period. And at the end of that 21 day period, you get, that's what they call statement of account. They give you your statement of account, and there's going to be a minimum. There's going to be like whatever you are owing. Let's say you spend $100 out of $2,000. There's going to be on your credit statement, you're going to see that the money you are owing. So it's always good that before the statement comes out, it's always good to pay up your credit, your the money that you spend from your credit card. You might not pay up everything, but it's always good to pay at least a good number of it. So because it's going to affect your credit utilization. And credit utilization is very important. Credit utilization is how much of the credit limit available to you that you spend. Let's say you have 5,000 credit limit. You must not spend more than 30%. From 0 to 30% is what they advise. But me, I will advise you that limit is between 0 to 10% or maximum 15%. Because the higher your credit utilization is going to affect your credit score. So let's say you have 40, 50% credit utilization, it shows that you depend on your credit card so much. It shows you depend on it so much. So you don't want to give them an idea that everything I depend on my credit card so much. That's why you need to limit your spending between 0 to 30%. And before before your this thing comes out. Let's say you might decide to spend 1,000 out of 2,000, but before they issue you your credit your credit statement, you need to pay back that money. You might not pay up everything, but let's say pay 900 out of 1,000 that you spend. So that means it brings your credit realization to 10% out of the 2,000. And every for your credit statement comes in at a particular date of every month. So you want to observe your credit issue, and you want to know when they bring out your credit statement. So you want to target that date. Let's say they might be every 15th of every month, it might be every 28th of every month. So you want to make sure that you you pay back. Let's say if it's 15th of every month, let's make sure you must make sure you pay back at least by 13th of the month. So
So, what can harm your credit score? So, basically, what will harm your credit score is like the opposite of what can help you to increase your
yeah.
credit score. So, if you are not doing everything it says, you are going to be harming your credit score. If you are missing your bills, you're missing your payments, your phone bills, your electricity bills, you are going to have, it's going to harm your credit score to reduce it. If you are collecting a lot of credit card
Back
almost
to
at the
back.
same time, back to back, it's going to harm your credit score because those ad check will be removing points. Recently, about 19 points was removed from my credit score because there was a hard check done on it. So if I do another application for a credit or a loan, it will reduce the score again. So you need to space it out. All these things will harm your credit score.
Credit score.
So now, what are the myths about credit card? What are the myths, things that people say about credit card that are not necessarily true?
So one of the things they say is that you run into bills that is like debt. Like it's not a debt if you can manage your credit card very well. Personally, right now I have three credit cards. Is not a if you are not disciplined, that is when it becomes a problem. If, like I said, spend your credit card on what you know that normally you can't do it. Let's say you want to go and buy groceries, you want to buy groceries. You know you can't but eat. You have to spend money on food. So if you're going to spend money on food, then buy from your credit card. And it's there's a reason why we say buy. We're going to talk about that later on. The reason why we say buy on your credit card. Then when you buy from a credit card, you pay it back. So it's not a debt. It's a very good thing. It's a very good system. So believe that having a credit card, having too much of a credit card will affect your credit score. No, it's only when you apply to them back to back. If you, like I said, I have three credit cards, it's in a way it's not going to affect you, and in a way it's going to even help you because let's say you have only one credit card and the credit limit there is 2,000. That means let's say I talked about credit utilization the other time. Let's say your credit utilization and I said it should be between 0 and 30. That means you can only spend out of 2,000. That means you can only spend maximum of 600. But let's say you have more credit card, and the more credit cards you have give you more credit limit, and they're going to add it together. It's not just going to be one. Let's say you have three credit cards, and you have 5,000 on each of the credit cards. Let's say you have 15,000, $15,000 as as your credit limit in the total three cards. That means your credit utilization, you are going to be on a safe space because you don't have to spend much. Even if you spend $3,000 out of 15,000, you are still in a very good range of your credit utilization. So that way is going to help you. And the reason why people still see it as debt is, let's say you have 15,000 credit limit. People see it as a lot of money. They see that this is the money I can spend. No, you can't just see because you have 15,000 credit limit
And
and
spend everything.
in your head you are converting it to your local currency back at home. Maybe you're from Ghana, you're from Nigeria, you're from Sierra Leone, or wherever you're from, and you're looking at, oh, that's a lot of money. This is an opportunity for me to spend it. No, it's an opportunity for you to, it's an opportunity for you to use it to your own advantage. Use it to use it to improve your use it to improve your credit score. So another thing people say is that you should close credit cards that you're not using. No, leave it there. Don't close any credit card. You might not spend money, the credit limit on it. You might not spend anything in it, but leave it there because when you close an account, it also affects you because they want to see, for example, anytime you want to go for mortgage or whatever, They want to see your order. They want to see how long you've been managing that account. They want to see a good number of history. They want to see a good month, a good years of history. So let's say it's the first card you got when you landed in developed world that they use credit system,
Yeah.
and you don't want to use that. Leave it. You don't need to spend the money in it. Just leave it there. It's not, especially if it's not. There are some credit cards that you don't pay anything on them annually. There's some credit card that is zero. There's some cards that you pay for using that credit card. You pay money for it every year. Let's say $20
Mm-hmm.
or $30. But
While
there are
there are
some cards
cards,
that are
you even
zero.
get cash back.
That we're going to talk about that. Maybe we're going to talk about that later. So there are some cards that is zero. You don't pay any, like they call it, I think they call it maintenance fee or something on the card.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't pay anything on it. So if you are not paying anything on such cards, just leave it. Leave it there. Yeah.
So how do you leverage your credit card? We've also mentioned part of it already. Increasing your credit limit, like he said, when you have more credit limit, your credit utilization will be low, and use your credit card for basic things that you need
Mm-hmm.
and that that you have the money for. There are a lot of people that just see credit card, they see it as an opportunity to just spend
Spend
money.
money.
I've seen people who came abroad and they got credit card, and the next thing they did is to go
Just
and
spend.
get things that they've wished for, bought iPhone, bought jewelries, and they did not even bother paying back. They
Pay
didn't
back.
even bother checking it.
Checking
3 months they
3 months.
didn't they did not pay back. They thought it was just free money. Credit card is not free money.
Mm-hmm.
Credit card is not free money at all. It is money that you spend and you pay back at the end of the month. So for example, if you get paid every month and maybe at the middle of the month you
Yeah,
are
cash
you you
cash
are
trap.
you are cash strapped. That's why there is credit card. You buy the basic things that you need on that credit card, and when you get your salary at the end of the month, you put it back into the credit card.
Simple
Problem
as that.
solved.
Yeah.
Case solved. It's not for you to buy things that you don't need or things that you don't have money to pay back. No, that's not what credit card is for. So a lot of people just need to know that, and when you know that, you will have more discipline to be able to what to control how you buy your credit card. Another thing is that is very annoying is wherever you go, a lot of people will tell you to come and get their
Yeah.
credit card. Even if you just arrived 2 weeks ago, they will tell you come and buy credit card, come and do this, and you will think they are just trying to help me,
Okay.
and they will keep doing ad
Hard
check
checks.
on your credit or be on your account, and they are going to refuse you that credit card most
Because
because you
yeah,
just came
you
in.
just came in.
And even if you tell them I just came in, they will still be telling you, let's do it
Let's
for
do it
you.
for you.
Don't answer them. They're just looking for customer.
The
Tell
best
them you
the
don't want.
best one you can get
The
first is your
best
first is
credit
your
card you
bank.
should get when you
Is
reach
your the one given by your
is
bank.
from your bank. And sometimes you might not even get it. For example, in UK, when we were in UK, they didn't give
Yeah,
us
they give us
credit
credit
card
card.
immediately we came. It took like 10 months before
10
they
months.
said I qualify for £1,200 credit card. So it might take a while, even in some countries. But in Canada, if you arrive in Canada, there
Immediately
is
you get
opportunity
you
for you
get a
to
credit
get
card. Let's say in
as
US you get a credit
low,
card
maybe two
immediately.
thousand. Sometimes the bank can offer you 500. Tell them you want it to
More.
increase more. They offered us 500,
You
like
say
500.
no.
What do you want to use 500 for? We want 2,000, and they gave us 2,000. So those are the things that we need, and it's important for people to know because it will help them to get a good credit score. When I remember I saw a video online of a lady that just arrived in Canada a year ago, and she got a house. She bought a house on mortgage, and a lot of people like, how is that possible? It's
Also,
because she has been able to manage her credit history and credit score very well. If she
well,
didn't have a good credit score,
it will be
that won't be
difficult.
possible. But she has able to manage it within 1 year. She already have a good credit score. She already have a good credit history for them to be able to trust her with that mortgage. So it is very important. And
So the reason why we should also get a credit card is that most credit cards gives you an advantage. Like for example, you get there's what we call cash rewards. Let's say you whatever you buy, they might say, okay, whatever you buy, you have 3% cash back, you have 2% cash back, you have 1% cash back. There's one credit card that I have with CIBC that whenever I buy, they have some affiliation with some petrol station. Whenever I buy gas, and I whatever I buy at all, the money I buy at all, they give me 3% cash back. So for some credit cards, you have an opportunity to get some cash back. Some is reward points, and those reward points automatically turns into money. For example, there's what we call
Mm.
PC Financial here in Canada, that whenever you buy whatever you buy, they get you points. So and that point is converted back to dollars for you.
Mm.
So those are the things you get from using a credit card. And there are some that you get reward points in terms of air flight. If you want to travel by airplane, you get so many rewards. Maybe to use their lounge, to use their executive lounge. There are a lot of rewards that you can get from different credit cards. So different credit cards has a lot of things that they offer you. So whatever you think will benefit you more, whatever you think you need right now, just go for it. Go for it. Look at what they offer, and I will advise you look for the ones that in a year you are is for, especially when you're just coming in. Look for the one that you don't pay any maintenance fee on.
Mm.
Is $0 for the whole year. You're not going to be paying anything on it. But with time, let's say when you are more settled, maybe 2 years or 3 years, when you're more settled, there are some cards that gives you more rewards. Let's say in terms of you want to travel, they cover everything. You misplace your luggage. They have a lot of things that they cover. Those one might charge you $20, $24 in a year just for using their cards. So depend on what you need. So there's a lot of benefits in credit card, like credit utilization. You're going to bring your credit utilization down. If you have a good number of credit cards, then it's going to improve your credit score. You're going to get cash back and rewards, and that's it.
So that's it. If you have any further question, you can drop it in the comment
And we'll,
section.
we'll try as
I
much as
will
possible
be
to answer all of them.
try as possible to to answer your question. And so thank you for watching.
Yeah,
If you're a returning subscriber, thank you
please
for
subscribe.
subscribing. And if this is your first time you're watching this video or visiting my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.
Thank
Thank you
you.
guys.
Yeah.
See you next time. Bye.